Welcome to Season 1, Episode 8 of Saved by the Ben and Saved by the Bell podcast. I'm your host, and here's the thing. This episode is a lost episode. I found it about a year ago on YouTube. If you're looking for that, it's youtube.com. It's a website. You probably have heard of it. Maybe not, but if you haven't, there's an app too. And so if you're on youtube.com, you type in Saved by the Bell Lost Episode, or you type in this one that I'm going to watch called Saved by the Bell Cast Hosts, quote, Who Shrunk Saturday Mornings. That was kind of my Casey Kasem voice. Who Shrunk Saturday Mornings. Yeah, it's not much better, but that's my Casey Kasem voice. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go and do this episode a little bit different. I'm going to watch a little bit, stop it, tell you my thoughts, rather than just doing one long thing at the end. I'm going to try this to see how it works. Maybe it'll be something new and different I do when it's just me recording. That's another thing. I don't have a guest this week. The guest is me. So, enjoy. Okay, so this starts out with Jesse, Kelly, and Slater and Lisa. They find this tape. They're in a classroom and they put it into the VCR. One of those old VCR and TV carts that would come into the room when you'd watch movies before iPhones or whatever kids use now, iPads or however they project, holograms or any other graham crackers. Okay, I want to talk about Kelly and Jesse. Every time I seem to see them in these things, it's usually just one shot. Maybe it gets a little different later on in the seasons, but it seems like in these first ones, it's just one shot, they do one line, and so it seems really awkward. It doesn't seem as much with the other people, but Kelly and Jesse, I really recognize it. It's not that they're bad, it's just that something that I pick up on now. Which, god damn it, makes me sound like an asshole. Alright, someone tell me why in the fuck Lisa would touch anything in Screech's basement. That part makes no sense. Also, in the background, Screech has one of those cigar store Indians in the background. Just a thought. Alright, so first soundstage, or whatever it may be, they go into is Alf. Fucking Alf. Alf. From Melmac. Alf. Who eats cats. Alf. Alien Alf. So, Alf just plugs his new show, which is a cartoon which I don't remember at all, on Saturday mornings. Yeah, Alfie, I don't understand. I don't understand this show. I watch it and it's funny, and it has a great fucking opening. The opening song for Alf is fucking great. It just is so 80s. It is the epitome of 80s TV openings. And I think this was what the whole episode was. It was just plugging these shows on Saturday morning, which is fine. It's what this episode's about. And I remember, they all just sort of walking around all willy-nilly into these other shows, and you know how all that goes. Just, oh, wow, that's cool. Oh, neat. That's funny. You know, they probably had to put on an act. I don't know if they liked all these shows. I know they're actors, but also, who was in Alf's costume? I don't remember who Alf was. Or if Alf was just an animatronic robot. I want to say there's a person in there, but I'm not positive on that. Someone let me know about Alf. It's not like R2-D2 or something like that. So someone hook it up. First commercial on here. You guys should watch this version that I told you about, whatever it's called, Who Shrunk Saturday Mornings. The first commercial on here is good old Bill Cosby for Kodak. Acting shady, and there's two girls flipping through pictures. Teenage girls. So there's probably nothing that's going to be weird about that 30 years later. I don't know. Okay, the next thing. This is a commercial for Bounce Stain Remover, the little laundry sheets. Since, right, Buttercup, when the fuck do laundry sheets get out stains? That didn't last too long. That was some 80s cocaine thinking. Yeah, fucking idiots, right? Okay, thanks, Buttercup. Okay, was this... Right, Buttercup? Was this Alf show, this cartoon, real? No, right, Buttercup? It's not real. Yeah, she says, fuck it, that's not real. So, why in the wild fuck are they keep promoting this? Is this just something that this show's so bad they have to promote it between at least once every commercial break? Also, a Dan Quayle joke about Dan Quayle not ever being seen. Is he one of those, what are they? What's the name of the fucking term from Arrested Development where Buster went to school? Someone let me know. Okay, so in this episode, it's found out that Alf says they're doing like a Wizard of Oz type gimmick. And so they have to follow the circuit road. I forgot what it's called. The something circuit road. And so it's in this thing, they start walking around along the circuit. It's some Tron-looking thing. And, you know, some of them are walking. Slater's dancing, and Screech next to him not dancing. This is a pretty good foil right there. And I think we found the master programmer is Mr. Testaverde, the Micro Machines guy, the fastest talking man in the world. Do you see how fast I can talk right now? That fucking fast. Okay, so they just had the woman from Night Court, the black woman. That's the, way I know how to describe her. I can't think of what her name is, with the short hair. She was just on. She was the new teacher or something, talking about how they're gonna die by Doberman if they don't show up in the next 2 hours. The guys in the TV. And now I think some racism is coming after I labeled a woman the black woman. So here comes the racism. They go and they get into this Japanese style place. Oh, what's gonna happen? What show is this? Okay, this is kind of what I thought it was, but I, was like, hey, let's not be super racist. So, Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi. Right, Buttercup? Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Miyagi is this energy field, and he talks about how they have a new cartoon. A Karate Kid cartoon that doesn't look like it appears to be at all about karate. And there's some girl that's maybe Johnny's girlfriend named Tashi, I think. That's what I'm seeing. It looks like complete shit. No recollection of this show ever. I don't think it got more than a season if it did. But I hope that they got paid handsomely for this, because it is a stinky piece of poop. Okay, so next they went to see the fucking Smurfs. Right? Who? Buttercup? The Smurfs? Oh, okay, yeah. The Smurfs. So, God damn it. This dinosaur. So the Smurfs have to save this dinosaur that shows up. And they're going to send it back 1 million years, which means that allegedly the Smurfs are from 64 million years ago. Or whatever, like 10,000 or whatever the fuck some people say. Or I don't know, man. It's fucking some number. Could be a lot of years. Could be fake. I don't fucking know. But apparently the Smurfs were there 1 million years after the dinosaur. Or they sent the dinosaur somewhere where it's going to be pretty fucked up in some other world. Okay, so the next show, Camp Candy with John Candy. I miss John Candy. He's been dead for fucking, 26 years? No, 27 years? That was another thing. So, Kurt Cobain was 27 when he died, part of that 27 club. And it's been 27 years since Kurt Cobain died. Don't feel old. Camp Candy, I remember seeing commercials for it. I don't remember watching it, but I was a big John Candy fan even then, and I think maybe this was around the time of The Great Outdoors, and maybe that's why they got the idea for it. Was The Great Outdoors before Home Alone? Because Home Alone would have been 89. Maybe The Great Outdoors was a 90s movie. Someone fill me in there. But Camp Candy looks like dog shit. But fuck, I miss John Candy. So I don't understand The Wizard of Oz, I guess, or I don't remember it. So the fast-talking dude, Mr. Testaverde, is not the wizard. He's the guy who tells someone to go to the wizard. He's like the wizard second man, the henchman, but he's not really bad, so whatever you'd call him. So that's him. So I don't understand. I don't remember whatever that is, the Wizard of Oz. And then KFC. There's a KFC commercial and a Bounce commercial for the fabric softener. Fabric softener is some fucking shit here on the Saturday mornings. They want people doing goddamn laundry. But whoever was the asshole who decided to say that the little tie that Colonel Sanders wears makes him look like a person with little arms and legs and a big head, I can't fucking unsee that. And now I want to wear one just so people, when they look at me, are going to think that I'm just a big head with little arms and legs. Fuck this, I'm recording another one. The brand new episode of The Chipmunks is Alvin dancing with Michael Jackson live. So I'm going to look that up at some point, and I want to watch that. I think you all should too. It looked pretty interesting. Buttercup's gonna watch it. It's that fucking good. Okay, so the Mr. Testaverde, the Flash, he comes back again and tells them they have to complete the circuit board. Complete the circuit board. I can't do it. I'm trying. Complete the circuit board of the Saturday morning circuit board. Try it again. Complete the Saturday morning circuit board. There you go. You can use the other ones. Those fucking hilarious shit for years. They have a Nintendo show. They go and they use this controller that they had. It has the like a joystick type gimmick, like at an arcade, and the two buttons, the A and B buttons, are big. But I remember that controller being fucking terrible. The best controller that the Nintendo ever came out with was the Max controller. It looks sort of like I don't know. Looks sort of like the fucking PlayStation controller almost, which is weird. And it had the kind of circle dial thing that if you really wanted to do something fast, you use like the eraser part of the pencil and spin it around really fast. That's a deep cut right there, right, Buttercup? Too deep for you? You aren't alive yet. Okay. Alright, the Chipmunks. Kelly loves the Chipmunks, of course. Because they're high schoolers. They love the Chipmunks. So, I don't even know how to say this. So they're gonna have to do with the Chipmunk thing, and the Chipmunks' whole gimmick was that they played the music and just sped it up. Was there ever a band like the Sloths or something where they just slow it down? If not, there's their idea. It'll be 2021 approved, I bet. Oh boy. Okay, I want to put down a wager here as to who the Wizard of Oz is. I'm going to say it's Belding. I'm not sure though. It'll make the sense to have Belding be the wizard. This is so fucked up. Like, of all the Saved by the Bell episodes, this is one I really just don't know anything about. I remember a tiny bits and pieces because I saw it once, but I don't remember who the fucking wizard is. It has to be Belding. It has to be Belding. Motherfucking Sherman Helmsley. From the goddamn Jeffersons. Dressed up like a weird Little Richard kind of pimp dude or something. What the fuck is going on Saturday mornings? And how did Saved by the Bell get to be the only live action show on Saturday mornings? I don't know if it really fits with these other cartoons. It's not quite the same age, but maybe it was aimed at not lower, but younger kids like myself when it came out. But I always thought it was a school show for high schoolers. Who knows? Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute. This show, this new series, they're looking for the last show to fill the void of his circuit, the last black screen. Even in 1989, they still had to have that. What in the fuck? So this Saved by the Bell is not a show yet. They're just 6 friends at Bayside, and they all have names. But goddamn George Jefferson is going to make them into this hit show on Saturday morning. You've gotta fucking be kidding me. So that's the end of the episode. And this is the only time that the bell rings and they say, "Oh, I'm saved by the bell." Would I watch this if I saw this as... I mean, yeah, there's other fucking stupid-ass shows. And what are you going to do as a kid? You're going to watch cartoons on Saturday morning. There's not 1,000 fucking channels in your iPads. You had TV or you had not TV. What are you going to do? You're going to watch it. But man, it turned into a goddamn great show. Great fucking show. I love you, Saved by the Bell. And that's the show, man.